Hi friends, and welcome to day 5 of Vlogmas. Today it's going to be kind of like a chill reading vlog type of day. I just realized that one of the books I was reading is due today for the library, so I need to finish it today, which I was not expecting, so I'm going to kind of binge read that book today, which is A Merry Little Meet Cute, so we can turn that in. And start a new book, and also I'm going to take a nice long walk with Milo down to see the city and to meet Mac. He has like a company party down by like Fullerton Beach area, if you know Chicago. So I'm gonna go meet him down there and kind of take advantage because it's slightly warmer. I'm still gonna need to wear my big coat, but it's slightly warmer today, so I'm definitely taking advantage of the day. But yeah, let's finish reading A Merry Little Meet Cute. Alright, so I'm about halfway done, and I have some thoughts. So let's chat for a second. First things first, this book right now is like a 2-star read for me. And let me explain why, because lots of people love this book and I think I get it, but I'm not, I'm not quite at the end yet, so I'm not positive. But for me, the writing style is just really throwing me off. Like, usually I'd be able to pick up a book like this and read it in like 3 or 4 hours. But I have not been able, like, I keep remembering that I'm reading a book, which is not a good feeling. Like, I feel like you want to get sucked in and like forget you're reading and get sucked into the story, into the characters. That's just not happening for me. And I think the main culprit, again, is just the writing style. It just feels not like elementary, but just not for me. Like, I'm not loving the way that the characters' inner monologue is going. I'm not loving the dialogue. I'm not loving it. It's just not for me. But I am going to finish it and see if it gets better, because I think maybe I'm just being thrown off by some of the things that are happening. I don't think I was expecting everything that happens in the story, and that's all I'm gonna say. I just don't think I was expecting it. So I need to like get that through my head, like this is the type of book that I'm reading and I think it'll be better, but I just was like, what is happening? If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna continue reading it. I do really love B's character. I absolutely love that character. And there are 2 authors writing this book, and I like her chapters better, so I'm thinking maybe I just like that writing style better. Like, maybe one of the authors wrote her chapters. I'm not positive, but I've just liked her better throughout the book. She seems more real and more realistic compared to Nolan, who I feel just he feels like a Zayn, like this feels like a Zayn One Direction fanfiction to me. Like, that's the level we're at right now, which I'm not loving. But again, I want to keep reading and give it a chance, because I think I'm being a little too harsh, because I was just shocked. But that's all right. So I'm going to keep reading and we'll see where it goes. I do love the cozy Christmas vibes that are happening. But again, there's just some things that are throwing me off between the dialogue between characters, and it just doesn't seem real. It just seems very, very fake to me, but that's okay. Let's keep reading. Alright, so I just finished Merry Little Meet Cute. And it got bumped up to 3 stars for me. I got into the story of it in the latter half. It just got, I think, a lot more interesting for me. But again, there was just some things that threw me off throughout the book. One thing I did love was the setting. I loved that it was on like a movie set. It made my little inner like PA and camera utility happy, because that was like all I did in the first 2 years of college. So that made me very, very happy. And I absolutely loved Bee's character. Everything about her just seemed very real and realistic, and her motivations seemed great. I just absolutely loved every aspect of that character, and I loved her inner monologues and everything. She was incredible. Nolan wasn't my favorite. He got better at the end of the book, but there were some things he would do that were just so frustrating to me. I was like, why was that the correct option in your mind? Like, there was no way that was the correct choice. And he's kind of like the brooding bad boy that has like a tragic story, and he's trying to fix his reputation, and I don't know, it just didn't work for me. Again, this book is for a lot of people. People absolutely adored this book, and I don't want to put them down or anything. This book wasn't for me. It wasn't my type of romance, and that's okay. But if you love some steamy romance and you are a fan of the bad boy, I would pick up this book. This is definitely for you. It wasn't for me. I love some moments in it. There was also one thing I didn't love, and that was beginning and ending the story in a different point of view from the two main characters. So Teddy Ray Fletcher, begins and ends the story, and he's like the manager, kind of Bee, and it just, when I started the book, if I wasn't reading this, if I hadn't chosen to read this, if I just picked it up randomly, I would have dropped the book after that first chapter, because it just seemed very weird. It put plot above characters, which I don't love when books do that. And yeah, it just seemed very off. The book also ended with that, so the book ends, that was nice. But I wish it would have started with Bee and just kind of jumped right into it so we could focus on characters more, because the plot wasn't the interesting part to me. It was the characters and their romance and their dynamic. So that just seemed like an odd choice for me. But again, 3-star read. There were some things that were great. There were some things that weren't so great, and they kind of evened out at the end. So yeah, if you like, again, just a steamy Christmas romance read, this is for you. But I'm gonna go to the library and return this, and then I have to go get everything set and ready for meeting Mac, and then I'm gonna go try our daily tea. I haven't tried our daily tea yet, so yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and give this a try. That's a winner. I like that one a lot. That's really nice. Amazing. Well, alright, so I'm gonna finish drinking this, and then it's time to get ready to go on just a little adventure to the city to see some cool views. So let's go. Very windy today, but welcome to Chicago, I guess.